Hi guys, my name is Yichao, and if you guys are currently watching the World Magic Cup coverage, you probably saw the most recent preview card, Kozilek, which features the Colorless Mana symbol, and also the brand new land, Wastes. And a lot of you guys have a lot of questions, which Matt Tabak is discovering via Twitter.
So many questions.
So we're going to try to answer a few of them for you guys here today. And this is Matt Tabak. He is the rules manager of Magic the Gathering, here to answer some of your questions about what does this mean?
All right, so you guys saw Waste, they saw Kozilek. Let's break it down. Waste is a new basic land in Oath of the Gatewatch. It does not have a land type. It's a big mana symbol, so that is the new colorless mana symbol. So it is a basic land that taps for colorless mana. So this is a change that we're introducing in, obviously, Oath of the Gatewatch, but it's also going to be used on cards going backwards and forwards in time. Let me explain exactly what I mean by that. Before, so there was numeric mana symbols. You see a 1, a 2, a 3. And if you look at the card like Basalt Monolith, kind of going back old school, but look this card up if you don't know what it is. But if you play Commander, you should know what it is. Basalt Monolith, check out the last two abilities. Tap, add 3 to your mana pool, and then 3, untap Basalt Monolith. So that same symbol, that 3, is used in both cases, and it actually meant different things, which was weird, right? So the 3 mana that you add to your mana pool is colorless. You can use that to pay only generic costs, like numbers, and sometimes X. But the 3 that you pay, that 3 meant generic. You could use any 3. You could use colorless mana, you could use red mana, you could use white mana, it didn't matter. So this actually was pretty confusing. We had the same symbol on the same card, in many cases, meaning 2 different things. We try to avoid that. We try to counter that sort of thing when we can. Counter, little joke there. All right, so starting in OGW, we're introducing the colorless mana symbol. Tap, add, it looks like a diamond, we call it C to your mana pool. This mana can be used to pay any generic cost. So anytime you see a number or an X, that's what that mana can be used for, along with any other type of mana, white mana, red mana, blue mana, green mana, some other color, black mana. Now, if you saw Kozilek, you see that sometimes in Oath of the Gatewatch, the colorless mana symbol is also a cost. So to cast Kozilek, whose mana cost is, if I remember correctly, I didn't have this card in front of me, 8 CC is I believe what it is. Okay, so that's 8 generic mana, use anything you want, tap forests, sack Eldrazi Scions, whatever. And then the 2 mana, the C and the C, have to be colorless. So you're going to need to find a way to produce colorless mana. Waste is one way to do that in the set. There will be others.
Cool. So generic mana means you can use mana of any color, and colorless mana using the symbol means it has to be mana that's colorless.
The new system we built, which I think is going to be a lot easier to actually teach new people. If you've never seen the mana before, if you're brand new to Magic, I think this is going to be an easier system. If you see a number, that means it's a cost, use anything. If you see tap add W, or tap add blue, or tap add C, those are all different types of mana.
Cool.
And there it is.
So a couple questions about wastes and things.
Yeah, let's do some questions.
Great. So the first question is, how easy is it to find waste cards?
It's pretty easy. You should open up Oath of the Gatewatch booster packs.
Excellent. That's right.
Buy as many of those as you can get your hands on. It is a common in the set. It appears twice as often as any other common. So basically, you should see them fairly frequently.
Okay, so does that mean in a draft that you can add any number of waste cards to your deck? Or?
Not exactly. Okay. So now, they are basic lands. However, they are not lands you can add to your pool afterwards. So if you want to have wastes in your deck, you must draft them. Similarly in Seal Deck, if you want to play with them, it must be in your pool, or the pool you play with after registration in some higher level events. You can't add them to your pool like you can plains, islands, mountains, swamps, and forests.
Is this new mana symbol Magic's 6th color? Is that what's happening?
People will say that. It's not true. Colorless is not a color. Colorless is not a color. Colorless, of course, being from the Greek color, meaning color, and less, meaning not.
Oh,
I made that up.
I believe it.
No, colorless is not a color. Now, there will be cards, we've seen Kozilek, that require colorless mana, because, Eldrazi are weird. But it's not a color. If something in the game says, name a color, you cannot choose colorless.
Got it. So in that vein, Domain, Converge, Sunburst, things that care about color, doesn't care about colorless.
Yeah, a lot of people will talk about Barry's Land. If you're a longtime Magic fan, you may have heard of this through Mark Rosewater and his articles. This was the theoretical land that was the 6th basic land type. Waste is not that. Waste is not a basic land type. Colorless is not a color. Domain goes to 5. Converge goes to 5.
Cool. Now, will fat packs have wastes in them?
Yes. Fat packs will have wastes in them. Intro packs will also have wastes. The wastes that you find in intro packs are not full art, but they also have the big mana symbol, like you see, just like any other basic land that you might come across.
Well, I think that covers most of it. If you have more questions, feel free to tweet at Matt or at Wizards.
Oh, yeah, let's are you gonna give him my Twitter account?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like a little graphical overlay, like follow me here?
So yeah, if you guys have any more questions about wastes, about colorless mana, or about the awesome new preview cards, you can tweet at us. Matt Tabak, you are
At Tabak Rules.
Excellent.
TABAKRULES.
And you can also tweet at the main Magic account as well.
Yeah,
And
bug them. Bug them.
you should definitely be checking out the World Magic Cup coverage. If you are not, there will be more awesomeness. In addition to not only the cool tournament play going on there might be more previews and other neat things as well. So check that out, and thank you guys for watching.